Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
So I just came across a TikTok that said that men actually prefer if your hair is kind of like flat and more stuck to your head. So I'm gonna fix my hair really quick. I'm just gonna go in with this. Perfect.
I actually like it better like that, and so do a lot of other men. But I get it, you thought that men like your hair flat on your head, and you changed it to act like a man repellent? You don't need to fix your hair to do that, princess. Your personality does that for you.
So there's that trend where the girlies are like, why doesn't anyone hit on us at the bar? And then it flips to a video of them and their friends being kooky and crazy and whatever. I will never ask why no one hits on me at the bar, because sometimes they do try. And instead of allowing them, I whip out a deck of cards from my purse and I say, you want to see a magic trick? And they look at me like, what? And then I hold them captive there, force them to watch me do a magic trick, and then they accuse me of being a witch.
Yeah, no, they won't. They'll still go with cookie and crazy.
Sometimes I get these stunning girls on my For You page, and then I will go to the comments and it says like bop. I click on the profile. It looks like what I see on their profile looks like what I pick out of my ear. These men will just call any pretty girl a bop. But like, if she's such a bop, then how come she wouldn't even let you hit? Doesn't that reflect kind of badly on you?
The longer she was silent, the smarter she became. I don't even know what pop is and I'm not even gonna look it up. But this will pretty much tell you what goes through their head. All men are ugly and they're all stunning and whatever else. How about you wipe all that makeup off, princess, and then take off that filter and we'll see what you have to say after. Anyone here remembers that OkCupid study? Well, if you don't, here's something to remind you of that.
A few years ago, before they realised it was a really terrible idea, OkCupid, the dating website, were completely open about the fact that they were experimenting on their customers. So in one section of their website, what you're allowed to do, you're allowed to rate how attractive you thought other people were based on a scale between 1 and 5, right? So 5 here is very beautiful, 1 slightly more facially challenged, I think is the technical term. And this here, this is the graph for how men on OkCupid rate women. And actually, you know what? It's kind of what you would expect, right? You've got your averages in about the right place. You've got nice tails on either side. You know, ultimately, I think what this graph is telling us is that men just fancy women, if you'll excuse the heteronormative example. That's kind of all very nice and well. By contrast, would you like to see the graph for how women rate men on OkCupid? Subtly different, see if you can spot it.
One of the biggest culture shocks I've had in Europe. Oh, these dang stones. You see these stones? You see these stones? They are impossible to roll your suitcase over.
Yeah, bummer. I mean, you could drag your suitcase behind you and stop complaining, or better yet, stop coming to Europe. And that's not because we don't think your money is not welcome here, but mostly because you said that's your biggest culture shock. And since we're on the subject, here's one more culture shock for you.
The one thing no one warns you about being a curvier girl going to like a European country or a Mediterranean country is the obsession with European beauty standards and how difficult it is being curvy over there. I just got back from a trip in Greece, and like one of the things that was very obvious to me is how much they're obsessed with like being skinny and like skinny women, skinny white women. I feel like whenever I was out, I would see girls who had chef kiss like face cards, like wow, just beautiful women. And they were like a little bit curvier, and like I wouldn't see men really approaching them, or it'd be a skinny girl but she was like brown, but again, face card, oh my god, on 10, and like again, wouldn't see men approaching them. I will say the only exception was like Italian men, because I'm like more of a curvy girl. Like I'm not plus size or anything like that, but I do have, you know, a bigger butt. And I was always approached by Italian men. And I get that in the US, like European beauty standards also apply, but I don't think it's as bad as it is in Europe. But I don't know, that could just be my personal experience. That's just something that I noticed. I was out there for like 10 days and I was like, I don't know, it was kind of weird.
Yeah, no, of course it was. In what sense? What exactly made it weird? Greek women are beautiful and Greek men like beautiful women. Therefore, they're gonna go for beautiful women and not you. There's nothing weird about that.
Okay, I need an answer to this. Please be honest. Why do men avoid women who are 40?
I don't think they do. Some of them might, but that's not all of them. I'm not sure about that, I could be wrong. But I know for sure why they avoid you. You are a single mother of two, and you do have an OF account. You are gonna be enough for a fun night, but nothing more than that. Not when you put your own, let's call it empowerment, by having an OF account before your kids.
Wait, girl, oh my gosh, there's Jack.
What?
Do you
Where?
like him?
Yeah, what?
Jack! Jack! Isn't that your girl? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Come over here. Can you give me a ride home from school again?
What?
We can stop in your basement though if you wanted to play like COD or something. I'm kind of good at it. I just always play a game with the boys. Like they just invite me to the basement to play with them, so I'm like one of the boys.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh my god, Jack, do you want to hear this super funny story about her? So basically, we were at the pool like last summer, and she got her period and literally was like dripping all down her legs and all over the
Ariel.
towels. And like, no, it's fine. It's just a
What?
story.
Why would you
Anyways,
say that?
like everyone at the pool was traumatized and like kids were screaming. It was so gross.
Oh my god.
That was so funny though.
I'm so embarrassed.
It's okay. Jack, can you open this for me? I can't get it open. No, it's like so hard. It's like so hard. Oh my god, something too that's so embarrassing. Like all the guys started calling me NGR Ariel. You know why? Because they're like, no gag reflex. Like they said that I have no gag reflex. So they all started calling me that. It's like so embarrassing.
When all the guys call you that? Nah, what's there to be embarrassed about? One guy, two guys, sure, but all of them? No, that's in fact a proud moment. And not for nothing, you gotta love girls' friendship.
Mr. X, how did you know that I went through the 7 years of higher education, the financial burden, and all the headaches that come with it just to impress a man? I mean, I have a fantastic career, a good paying job, a house, a car, and I travel constantly, but I'm still miserable. I mean, it's all just to impress a man. So if men aren't impressed, how happy could I possibly be?
No one cares, and that was the whole point of that comment. He never said you went to school and got your degrees to impress a man. What he said was men don't care about your degree, or better said, they don't care if you have one or don't. It wasn't about the fact that you got your degree, good for you. It was about the fact that that's all you talk about.
Men confuse being bitter with being aware simply by paying attention to your environment and having personal experience and then talking about that experience. They want to paint that out to being, oh, these women are so miserable, you're so jaded, you're so bitter.
Yes, I know it's this bucket of sunshine again. I've seen the majority of your videos, Princess. You are bitter.
Men really aren't smart, and I think that they get a little too comfortable saying things out loud, especially on a public forum like the internet. We want to sleep with BBL models, but we want to marry a natural woman. If you think about this for more than 2 seconds, the reason that they want to sleep with women who have BBLs or fit the beauty standard, because they've hypersexualized women. They consume so much corn that they do not see women as people, they see them as objects to their pleasure.
Unless you're talking about natural women, because they seem to be want to marry those ones. That whole objectifying all women was never a valid point. It wasn't a valid point 20 years ago, and it's still not a valid point today. Like the one who left the comments said, we want to marry the natural women. And by the way, it was never men who told you you need to get a BBL. It was maybe Kim K and a bunch of more like her.
I used you for your buddy. And I definitely invited you over at 10 p.m. on a Wednesday night because of your absolutely rockin' personality, brother.
Well, I still hit it and left. No, what I mean is, hold on, you mean I was just an object? Well, I thought that would be wrong or something. You should not objectify people, I believe.
The love languages are made up. And I'm sorry to tell you that, but unfortunately they were created by a pastor who had no background in psychology, and I think he just kind of pulled them out of his butt. I actually think he created them so that he could say to women, you know, your husband's love language is physical touch.
And that would be either good or bad, I don't care enough to listen. I just realized how lucky I am. I've never heard anyone talking about the love languages outside of TikTok, regardless the situation, even less on a date. That would be, I think, for a few reasons. One, I don't speak English outside of doing this. Second, I only deal with women who are my age and not much younger. They're not gonna be TikTokers or women who are wasting their lives watching TikTok all day. And the last one would be Romanian girls are smart. They know when dealing or if dealing with a-holes like me, they're not gonna ask a question like that. Oh, what will be your love language? Head. That would probably be if I really like the girl. If not that much, I would probably give her an answer just to watch her regretting asking that question. What's your love language? Tree hugging? I'm sorry, what? Hugging trees? I like to go tree hugging to reconnect with my ancestors who passed away 1,000 years ago and they got reincarnated as trees. And that will be the time when she stands up and says, I'm just gonna leave you alone and do something I enjoy. Oh, gee, fail. What could possibly be the reason why you're still single? Alright, and this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.